Live and RadioBuzz.com. This is the incredible hypnotist, Richard Barker.
Hey everybody, good to see each and every one of you. Welcome back. Now I'm going to drop some smart bombs your way. I'm going to give you so much in this episode that this is going to light you on fire. So welcome just for joining me. We're going to be talking about hypnosis, about marketing. We're going to be talking about you, talking about me. We're going to talk about what's coming up. And we are going to debunk the myths of hypnosis. I've got a lot of stuff to cover. So I will tell you, if you have a question, just drop it in the chat box. Drop it in the comments below so that I'm able to get to it. This ad experience, this show today is being delivered to you by smashedmedia.com. That's www.smashedmedia.com. They are our first and our best and our predictor for future sponsors of the show. So thank you so much for you guys for coming on down. They really do an awesome job with websites and search engines and everything else. So here's what we're going to cover. We are going to welcome back previous viewers that were on the first show. We dropped some serious smart bombs, and we're going to do the same again. So here's what it is. Ask me any questions you want. Oh, Tim Ramos is in the house. I'm just going to let you guys know what happened last weekend in a few moments. Timmy Boy was there, Mr. Dr. Tim Ramos, covered the ad experience, and I don't even have a copy of it because I sold them. Now, if you remember last week, I was telling you that I was going to have a book launch, and the book launch party was on Saturday. But on Saturday, we had so many people turn up that they all brought quality alcohol, and I think everybody partied all night long till 4 a.m. I sold all the books. We woke up at 4:30 in the morning. We had people laying on the sofa, laying on the couch, and everywhere in between. And so you guys that came to the book launch, I don't have any to show you, but it was the book's called How to Get From Passion to Success, The Hypnotic Journey. And it was dedicated to my friend Sylvia that's just popped up on the screen that battled cancer. She is a goddamn young hustler, let me tell you. And also, she became a trained and certified hypnotist over the weekend. I want to let you know what happened with that. So once or twice a year, I train and teach stage hypnosis. Now, you might understand, well, why is he doing that? Well, because I'm damn well qualified to. I do over 300 shows a year. I've understood hypnosis for the last 20 years. So there's a little bit of giving back. I teach people the art of hypnotism. Now, listen, I got to tell you, you don't have to be on stage or want to go on stage to be a stage hypnotist. You can use those skills that I teach you over a weekend. And maybe it's to, promote your clinical practice if you have one. Maybe it's just to hypnotize buddies at the bar. Maybe it's to hypnotize your wife or your spouse. Or maybe you don't have a wife or spouse. Maybe you don't have a girlfriend, boyfriend. Maybe you're finding it difficult to attract the opposite sex or even the same sex. And you want to learn a couple of persuasion skills for like hypnotizing other people. Well, all of that was covered. And I'm going to drop you some smart bombs soon that's going to tell you some of the stuff that we covered. But just want to say hi to the new alumni. That's the class of 2018. You guys worked hard. You learned hypnosis. You came down to Florida, Geneva, Florida, beautiful part of the world. And you guys learned stage hypnotism Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you knocked it out of the park. Every time I give you a certificate, it's well worthwhile. So I want to thank everybody that came. We got Dr. Tim, who's ready for his smart bomb. We got Sylvia ready for a smart bomb. We've got everybody else ready to 10X it. This is Grant Cardone's stuff, by the way. If you want to improve your life, there's a lot of hungry pigs out there that want to get their money. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people are sort of shy or afraid to make sales. But honestly, if you don't make sales, you can't afford the ice cream in your fridge. You can't afford dog food. You can't afford to feed your pet, your parrot, your bird, your monkey, your cat. So if you don't have marketing, what can you afford? Smashed Media have just spent $45 to help promote this show. And they're going out to over 1,000 people in one big hit. So these guys are getting a humongous reach for $45. Dude, you can't even buy 5 beers for that in New York City. Are you serious? So think about sponsoring the next show next Thursday, and let's have some more of you guys. Now, a couple of announcements before we take the questions. First of all, next Tuesday, what are you doing? What are you guys doing next Tuesday? Is anybody in Orlando? Anybody want to come and see a big corporate show with the incredible hypnotist Richard Barker? Anybody want to come and hang out with over 1,000 people in the audience at the Rosen Shingle Center in downtown Orlando? So I have that opportunity. If you guys want to come along, it's next Tuesday. Come out for the experience. See what I do with 1,000 people in the automotive industry. We're going to have some serious fun, and that's next Tuesday if you want to come out. Another quick announcement before I get into the smart bombs. Some of you guys know I'm going to be talking about command and control, frequency. I'm going to be talking about the #1 sales tool that you guys have for better relationships, for better sex, for better businesses. And of course, it's you being the irresistible influencer. So we are going to cover that as well. But I want to let you know something. Naomi, I don't think we've ever met. Don't let the dogs starve. You know, here's the thing is, these dogs bleed me dry because they eat better than I do. Like, I feed my dog. She gets like this, not even Blue Rhino. It's just like Blue Apron special stuff. You know, she gets like taken care of a la carte. You know, she gets the best food that's available because I love her, man. But, you know, it's all about taking care of that inner circle of who's around you and taking care of the people that take care of you, you know? So, yeah, she eats like a queen. She's awesome. So a couple of quick announcements, and I'm going to get to the smart bombs, and feel free to ask any questions. I have that influencer and marketing training workshop taking place August the 28th and 29th. It's called Influencer and Media Marketing. That class is 2 full days, and it's under $500. I know you're shaking your head because that is ridiculously cheap. To learn how to get on the Late Late Show with James Corden, how to get on CBS, Fox, NBC, ABC, how to get on BET. No, I'm kidding. How to get on all those channels, which will blow your business up, is basically a class I'm running for under $500. I'll take 10 people, and then I'll raise the price. So if you want to jump on, put in the comments below. I'll hook you up with a link and get signed up. Also, I'm going to give you another PDF. This is about tiny steps to big success. Tiny steps to big success. In the chat box below, just type in the word awesome. That's all you have to do. In the chat box below right now, if you're listening to this and you're getting excited, type in the word awesome. You're going to get a message that's going to ask you to say yes. Yes, Richard. You can just type in yes. And then when you say yes, you'll get a brand new PDF on tiny micro steps to getting big success. You type in the word awesome in the comments below. Then you type in the word yes. When your instant messenger pops up, yes, it's robotic. Yes, you get the PDF. Yes, it's part of marketing. Sylvia says, awesome. Sylvia says he is a man of the world. No kidding, sweetheart. David types in awesome into the chat box. You should get an instant messenger pop up. Second thing I'm going to do is I realized that my home in Florida is a really good training location. I mean, we had so much fun learning stage hypnosis that I have 2 new dates that I want to throw your way. One is the Marketing Ninja Retreat. It's November the 10th and 11th. Just mark your calendar and I'll tell you more. And then a Hypnotist Stage Academy Part 2 is going to take place in November. You guys have a choice whether you want it during the week or on a weekend. If you want it during the week, November 12th, 13th. If you want it during the weekend, November 17th, 18th. Just type in the box below in the comments if you want it during the week or if you want it on the weekend. And of course, a big shout out to Richard's Angels. And there's too many to list. We've got like 450 Richard's Angels. These are people that are going out of their way to help other people out. We've got Sylvia, Fallon, Annette, Debbie. God, I'm probably missing a whole bunch. Naomi, whole kinds of angels that their job in life is to help other people make their lives feel better. All right. Any questions before we get into the smart bombs real quick? That's a lot of information thrown your way. We'll consolidate it down in just a few moments. David Wright says, awesome. David Wright is one of those guys that promises donuts in the morning, and then you get the donuts in the afternoon because he's lying in bed and he suffered from the party. So he basically didn't get his butt up to get me some donuts. Don't forget in the comment box, guys, no negativity are allowed. It's quite funny because a couple of days ago, I was alerted to the fact that somebody was using my content of my first radio show last week. and actually you use my content to try and sell their stuff. I mean, how cheap and how crappy is that? But that's what these people do, man. They take your content and they sort of respin it because they don't understand this. They don't understand success is my duty. So what happens is a lot of people, you know, the way they do their marketing is just to drag somebody else down. It's like, you know, if I beat somebody else up, hopefully people will buy my stuff. And it doesn't work like that. I mean, seriously, I don't bash anybody online. Now, trust me, I used to be the same as everybody else. I used to bash people. They used to bash me. I used to bash them. They used to bash me. I don't do that anymore. It's not even worth it. All I do is help other people. I lift them up. I help them. I promote them. I help everybody feel better. And I teach what I know. I teach marketing and stage hypnosis because that's what I know. So with that said, I want to talk something about command and control. Now, these aren't military words, although I am ex-military, but I want to talk a little bit about command and control. Because a lot of you guys watching this, you work for yourselves, whether you have your own brand or you know, you're an entrepreneur, you have your own business. Chris over there in California has his own business, got the best internet rock station on the planet. It's Chris over there, Buzzed Radio. And we're entrepreneurs, right? So we're used to being shoved around, kind of people trying to sell to us because we need all their services. You know, we need printing, we need internet services, SEO. We need all kinds of stuff. As an entrepreneur, we're walking around with our own business, setting it up because we're following our dream. But what I noticed is a lot of you guys out there, you don't understand command and control. It's having the ability to stand up with a backbone and actually tell people what you want and what you don't want and what's going wrong and what's going right. You know, it's like telling your media company, if you have one, look, you said you would deliver it on this date and you haven't. Or it's a way of actually taking control of other people. Now, as hypnotists, we're very much in command and in control of other people. We are in command and in control of other people. If I tell you to sit down, close your eyes and suck your thumb, that's what you're going to do because I'm a hypnotist and I'm in command and I'm in control. It's not, would you mind if, would you possibly click this link? Do you mind if you sponsor the show? No, these guys that are sponsoring the show at the moment, I sent them out an email and I said, hey guys, step up. Come on now, get the show sponsored. And of course they took action this morning. I love those guys, Khan and Brad. They're my SEO guys. You want to use those guys. They are awesome. I have a new site coming out that's going to make Tony Robbins jealous. But every once in a while, you have to take command and control because the people actually doing all the programming and all the coding are offshore. I think they're in, you know, Romania or somewhere offshore. The guys do a brilliant job, but you have to keep on them, you know. So for those that are in the business of stage hypnosis, you know, doing stage shows, you've got to come on the stage with a level of authority. Now, if you don't have any respect, you've got to get respect. You've got to get respect immediately. How do you do it? Well, it's by edification. Do you have a big following on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook? That, in the eyes of our audiences these days, is how you get social proof and social edification. And it's how you get an element of your command and control. Another way is as seen on TV. You know, get on the TV, get on radio, get in magazines, get in books. I can show you how to do it. Because if you've been as seen on TV, like this gig that I've got coming up next Tuesday, it's a lot of money show. It's you know, but the reason why they want me is because they're so excited that they saw me on the Today Show a couple of years ago. And on my sizzle reel, when I send that out, all it is 3 minutes of bragging how good I am. But I never once say I'm good. Other people do. You know, James Corden does. All these reporters do. All these news anchors do. My audience testimonials do. I don't say it myself, but I get people to say it for me. So one of the command and control elements is by the time you walk out on stage, if you're a stage hypnotist, all the work's done for you because you've actually got the command and control by having that social edification. You know, Tony Robbins doesn't have to say a word before you meet him. His presence actually precedes him. So in a clinical setting, hypnotherapy, if you guys are like seeing clients for stop smoking or weight loss, tell them to come in, sit down, shut up, and stop whatever it is they're doing, whether it's smoking, whether it's, eating too much, and take control of the situation. It's not all about hugging and giving them pillows and blankets and tissues. It's, look, you came here, you spent this money, now let's get your issue resolved. You know, I've got a secret for you if you're willing to hear it. The secret to weight loss, if you want to hear it. The big secret to weight loss for those that want to lose a bit of weight is eat less and keep moving. That's it. That's my top tip for weight loss. Eat less and keep moving. If you can eat less and keep moving, you can lose weight. And you should teach your clients exactly that. Eat less and keep moving is the trick to weight loss. The trick to stop smoking is stop putting things in your mouth. Richard says, would you say there's more validity if someone else says you're good rather than you saying you're good? Absolutely. You know, when you go and see a movie, it's better to hear it from other people than it is from the director. The director saying how good this movie is. They never do it. Other people tell you how good the movie is. When you write a book, I know I've got a really excellent book. How to Get From Passion to Success is an awesome book, but it's the testimonials on Amazon that is actually going to sell my book for me. And above all else, it's funny because these days, when I go on stage, you know, what I've seen is a massive increase in my corporate bookings. My clients booking my shows are all these massive companies that are coming in to town or flying. I've got like about 5 or 6 in the next 2 weeks, flying to Arizona, flying, I've got shows next week, 3 shows next week, but they're all big companies like Midas, Auto Mechanic Parts, I guess. There's some big companies, Pfizer's fertilizer company. There's a pharmaceutical company just hired me. They've got thousands of people in their organizations. When they put on their sales kickstart meetings and their big events, it's always an audience of thousands of people. They have massive screens on stage. They've got massive backdrop screens. When you walk out on stage, you are elevated. You know, you're on massive stages and you can actually charge money accordingly. But honestly, it's not because my show is better than yours. It's not because my show is more dynamic or animated or more contagious or compelling or fascinating or interesting. All those things are important, but I have the edification. I took my time and I spent my money to do press releases. I took my time and spent my money with these guys, Smash Media, to build my new website, my SEO presence. I spent my time and money to build my social media following, my Instagram, my Twitter, my YouTube channel is big right now. And of course, this Facebook page is big. It's like 38,000 people already. It's growing nicely. And I spent the time and money to go to places like New York City and Los Angeles and appear on all these television shows, of which 95% of them don't pay you a penny. You're on your own dime and you'll go in there for free. But, you know, the reward is huge. I'm now as seen on and I'm on these channels. You know, I was on Good Day LA and it was watched by 85 million people, either live or on the replays or on the second or third screening. 85 million people gave me enough clients for 2 to 3 years in Los Angeles, which actually paid me enough money to keep flying there for free, basically, and start working behind the scenes, building my own television show for Fox, all of which is coming down the pipeline. So social proof and edification, you should be doing it right now. And the way you do it right now is to start sending press releases, start launching products, just start creating the buzz in your business, and be frequent, keep showing up. Those guys that know me, I'm on my business every day. You know, I work hard. I take Sundays off, but every day I'm working my business. I'm multitasking. I mean, I'm not young anymore, but I'm certainly a hustler. I mean, you guys know that I'm a hustler. You know, this weekend I'm going to a marketing convention and I'm going to learn lots of new smart bombs. And next week I'm going to teach you those smart bombs. So you're going to get brand new stuff. So one of the things I always look at is what's the highest and best use of my time? Now, you should probably want to write that down, because if you're doing something that doesn't actually have any relevance to what it is you're doing, building your brand, your business. You see, when you build a brand and a business, what exactly are you doing? You're building a dream, and it's your dream because you work for yourself. So I always look at what is the highest and best use of my time. Because is it just messing around with like 100 Facebook messages Or is it just like doing stuff that doesn't help me or fulfill me? I don't mind going out and hanging around with my friends, but most of my friends are actually also my circle of influence. I'm not just going to hang around where people say, dude, you're just chasing money. It's all about money. Well, the only people that say it's all about the money are the people that are poor. I hang around the people that like their money, want to keep their money, and are focused on their business. So here's a couple of things I want to leave you. I want to open it up to some questions. It's simply this, the fact of not believing in something, whether it's yourself or other people, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Okay. And I want to explain that to you. A lot of people say to me, hypnosis, it's obviously fake. It doesn't exist, because it's not real. A lot of people think that what I do is fake. And I say, well, just because you think it's fake or just because you think it isn't real, it doesn't mean it's not real for people like me. It just means it isn't real for you. So think about that. Hypnosis, not believing it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means it doesn't exist for you. So if you don't believe in yourself and somebody does, like let's say your mother believes in you or your spouse or your friend or your family believe in you, but deep down you don't believe in yourself, then you don't believe in yourself doesn't mean it doesn't exist or you don't exist. You just don't believe in yourself for you. So you can make a quick critical shift and start believing in yourself. It's funny because people that don't believe in hypnosis, I say to them, you just don't believe in hypnosis and therefore it doesn't exist for you. But I believe in it, so of course it exists for me. And sometimes people just change their mindset. So take that smart bomb, boom, into your business next time somebody says they don't believe in hypnosis. And another thing I've noticed, Dr. Tim, you're going to get smart bombed to death on this next one. I'm going to smart bomb Tim like you've never been smart bombed before, my friend. Now it's this. Think about this. This is a great one. Raising self-esteem raises income. Oh, yeah. Suck that baby up. Suck it in. Raising your self-esteem raises your income. Because the more you feel and think and create this illusion about yourself, even if it's not true, the more income you can attract. In other words, it's funny because when I wake up in the morning, I look at all my downloads. They're not the best thing in the world. They're not the highest quality. They don't have to be. They're not the best packaged weight loss, stop smoking, etc. stuff. But I'll tell you what, I believe in my stuff. I come across with a high level of self-esteem, and therefore my income is just going to rise. So listen, if you're in a job and you're watching this, you're in a job that's just a dead end, or you're in a job that kind of beats you down, one of those jobs that's just like, man, I don't really like showing up. My boss treats me like crap, and I'm just doing it to get a paycheck or just for the benefits. Exactly, just for the benefits. Then you got to think about your self-esteem, because the lower your self-esteem, the lower your income. And once you become an entrepreneur, you will always, always increase your income because you'll have more self-esteem and believe in yourself. Chris, can you flash up Tiffany's comment? Just 1 second, I missed that. Tiffany Menendez says, always believe in your dream and goals and visualize especially. I want to let you know something about Tiffany real quick. I'm sorry for banging the table here. I got excited. I want to let you know about Tiffany for a second. Tiffany, when I met her, was like 18 years old, man. 18 years old. But she always had a dream. She wanted to work on the cruise lines and she wanted to travel the world. And then she turned 19 and she took her first Hypnotist Stage Academy class with me. And then she did the class and she's like, I just love hypnosis. I love hanging around other hypnotists because it is motivational and it is very powerful. But then she said, I really want to work on the cruise ships and the cruise lines. Well, 6 months ago, she signed a contract with Norwegian Cruise Line and they flew her all expenses to Hawaii. And she spent 6 months touring around the islands of Hawaii. And Tiffany isn't even 21. She isn't even 21. When I was not even 21, I followed my dream too. And she says she loves a job. And therefore, Tiffany, at your age, at 20, watch your income soar like an eagle. You watch your income increase. And by the time you're 23, you'll have your own house. By the time you're 25, you'll have 2 properties. And you'll be a baller. You'll be high rolling because you believe in yourself and you have done since ever I've known you, since the day I met you. So always believe in your hopes and your dreams, because they will become true. You know, the more your dominant mind focuses on a thought process, the more that thought process actually becomes true. We have like a dominant brain that can be positive or negative. If it's negative and you're only worried about the government and the guns and Donald Trump and, you know, walking out of school and let's take all the guns away, or let's arm our teachers, or let's worry about all this stuff. If that's what your mind is focused upon, watch your income decline. Your income will decline. You'll get more stress, and your whole world will just cave in eventually, because what you should focus on is who's got my money, who has got my money, because you're in the business to make money, because making money gives you a better lifestyle. You know, I don't care what anybody says anymore. I used to, and Tiff just says she just signed another contract. She's leaving back for Hawaii. That is awesome. Making a good living. Hard to spend money on a cruise ship doing what you enjoy doing, because everything's paid for. You know, all the food is, the accommodation, the uniforms, everything else. You're 6 months at sea, just having a good time and going around all these islands. But honestly, the top tip is, if you're watching this and you want a little bit of fire and a little bit of motivation, understand something. I worked 17 years for the government until I realized I was kind of like plateauing out, and I knew there was something else for me. And I had hypnosis on the side that I loved, but I knew there was something else. And then I realized actually I'm unstoppable, because the more I'm doing what I'm passionate about, the more it increases my income, the more my self-esteem rises, and the more I'm helping other people. You know, the number one sales tool I have is I am an irresistible influencer. And each day in every way, I'm always wondering who's got my money. Not because I want to take it from them. I want to add value to them. I want to add value to them and help them and encourage them to get out of their JOBs and be successful, to be the person they want to be. You know, life's too short. We're on this earth a short period of time. We should be doing what we want to do. So that's my message. And I will let you know on part 3, the third radio show taking place next Thursday. Let's see a couple of you guys stepping up and sponsoring the show, like smashmedia.com. We really appreciate them guys. That message right there will go out to over 1,000 plus different people. So from a money point of view, it's worth it to get your brand out there. So I want to thank those guys one more time, Smash Media. Final chance, if you have any questions, guys, you've got 3 minutes left or 2 minutes left right now. Don't forget, in the box below, in the comment box, every one of you get on your little sticky fingers, type the word awesome below. And if all goes well, you'll get a text message or a Facebook message asking you to say yes. And then when you say yes, I should be able to send you the PDF. And on that PDF is the tiny steps to big success. And that was written by Tracy Riley, a professional hypnotherapist out of Jacksonville, Florida, who I'm currently working with. She won't mind me sharing that. It's awesome. So any questions, flash them up on the screen. Otherwise, we'll see you in them. I will get to your comments. I'll answer them. I've got to feed my dog some caviar in a few minutes. I've got to take her from sunbathing outside by the pool. Got my house cleaners coming here in a minute. And I'm on for a fun week. I've got a fun weekend. Tonight, I'm going to Lake Mary Dexter's to hang out and have some fun. What have we got going on Friday? Oh, I'm on a convention, for marketing convention, down in Champions Gate in Orlando. That's the top marketers in the world all coming down to have a good time. Saturday is St. Patrick's Day. By the way, St. Paddy is spelled P-A-D-D-Y. Paddy is not short for Patricia. It's short for Patrick. So don't say St. Patty's Day with a T. You'll upset me. Tiffany says, when do you get your first breakthrough with being a hypnotist? You know, just when I was a police officer, I got sent on a class that I didn't want to go to, fighting and kicking. And my boss says, you've got to go on an NLP class. And I honestly didn't want to go. I just thought it was just nonsense. And I went on this class, and this guy goes, listen, dudes, I'm going to change your lives forever. I'm going to teach you the art of irresistible persuasion using language. Hope that answered your question. So really, that was a long time ago. I did see my first hypnosis show when I was 18 years old, and I turned 50 this year. 50, man. It's unbelievable. But I followed my dream, and I'm living in a wonderful place, and I love what I do. So those that are needing a bit of inspiration, you guys have got this. I don't know who's watching right now, but I want to give a big shout out to the Hypnotist Stage Academy. I want to shout out in particular to Scott, who hung out with me for an entire day. He spent an extra $200 for 8 hours of my time. And in that 8 hours of my time, I gave him more smart bombs than he could actually catch. So, I mean, take people out to dinner, learn from other people, hang out with people. They're willing to give you all the information if you're willing to step up and ask for it. Hope you had a good time on this show. Any final thoughts, final questions? Chris, flash any up. If anybody has any questions, flash them up on the screen and we're good to go. It looks like everybody's been smart bombed. Everyone's been blown away. We've got an awesome audience today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Adrian says, why choose the US of A over the UK? You know, I had to make a choice back in 2003. It's a real good question. I was working undercover for the NYPD in New York City. And I just got given a golden opportunity to come stateside. And actually, I only thought I'd be here for 6 months. I didn't think that I would actually still be here 14 years later. I had no idea. And also become a dual national, I have dual nationality. Didn't think that would happen either. Scott says, for $200, I got 2,000 worth of information. No shit, my friend. You spent $200. You drank my beer. We hung out. You got a whole stack of information for all day for 8 hours. Tim said, all good, sir. Tiffany says, awesome. Excellent. So we're going to get out of here. Sylvia says, thank you, sweetheart. Don't forget, if you want to be on the mentorship program, I haven't mentioned that, chat in the comment below and I'll send you the link. I'm willing to take 1 or 2 people on a mentorship ride with me over the next 6 months. Just write in the comment below. We've run out of time. So we'll see you this time next week, same place, same time. I am going to get to all your comments, but same place, same time next week, Facebook Live. And also, of course, with my good friends with the internet radio station, radiobuzzed.com. I mean, Richard Barker, incredible hypnotist. See you on the other side, my friends. Take care now.
This has been the Richard Barker Show. Incredible hypnotist. Join us next week. Same time, same place.